to redemption. The Indianapolis Colts are one win away from the ultimate prize.
Miami, here we go!
For Peyton, the definition of the big one changes again, forcing him to carry that monkey on his back to Miami.
I don't feel pressure because I feel I've done everything I could to get prepared for that game.
But it's not just Peyton's place in history at stake.
I point that out to the team all the time. There's 6 teams that still haven't gotten here.
My philosophy is no need to talk, just go out there and play and talk about what you did afterwards.
The reason why you play football is to be able to play in this game.
I'm trying to enjoy it. I mean, we just want to seal the deal.
The Colts have one mission, one goal. Tonight, we look back at how they made it to Super Bowl 41, how they're making history here, and how they plan to take care of unfinished business. Live from Miami, this is an Eyewitness News special. The Colts Super Season, chasing the championship.
And you're looking live at Dolphin Stadium, where 24 hours from now, the Colts will be in the national spotlight playing in Super Bowl 41. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dave Calabro, and welcome live. You can feel the excitement in the air. This is the place to be. The town is buzzing, and we know back home everybody is fired up for the Indianapolis Colts and their big show tomorrow night against those Chicago Bears. The weather conditions have changed. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. We thank you for joining us live. We've got a lot of great stuff planned for you here in the next hour. The party is on, especially downtown Miami. That's the place also to be tonight. John Stair and Andrea Moorhead are standing by. They're at a special celebration tonight. Good evening, gang.
Good evening, Dave. Thanks so much. You know, as you said, the official Super Bowl 41 party is definitely off to a great start tonight. We have had an eclectic mix of music, doing a little Latin flair tonight with the Willie Torino Band, and if you can see behind me over my left shoulder, Styx is now performing kind of old school rock and roll. They have been really turning the party out this evening. We've heard a little bit of Lady and the big song, Come Sail Away.
Absolutely, and the Colts are hoping to sail away with the Lombardi Trophy after this weekend is over. A lot of Colts fans here, a lot of Bears fans here, and coming up at about 8:30 tonight, it will be the Colts pep rally right here in Bicentennial Park. Before we go back to Dave, I want to show you something real quick. Look over in the bay. This is at the Port of Miami. This is the USS Gridley. It's the new U.S. Navy destroyer that is here. It's going to be commissioned here in Miami in a week from tonight. And it is here for the party, too. The U.S. Navy is on board.
That's right. At 9:30, the fireworks will kick off from there. Now, let's go back to our sports director, Dave Calabro, who joins us now live on this eve of Super Bowl 41. Dave.
That's right. Thank you. The weather definitely is changing. It could be a factor in the game tomorrow. We're going to tell you the winds are going to be gusting at least up to 15 miles an hour. Chance of showers and thunderstorms for the game tomorrow night. And how about the Colts? The team has been moved to a different hotel. They've spent the week on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. They've been moved to a secret location away from family and friends so they can concentrate on football. Did not see the team out and about today. They did have a walkthrough. Tony Dungy, the only person among the Colts staff making a public appearance. Here's what Tony was up to today. He was at the Athletes in Action prayer breakfast today. Dungy, the guest speaker, discussing his faith, and a little football in front of a sellout crowd. So Tony Dungy out and about today. And Rich Nye, you were at that event today. And boy, what an exciting time for the Indianapolis Colts and their fans.
Well, the Colts started this season 9-0. The Bears started the season 7-0. The last two undefeated teams in the NFL are now playing for a Super Bowl title. Peyton Manning has waited 9 seasons to lead the Indianapolis Colts to their first Super Bowl.
I know how hard it is to get here because, believe me, I mean, our team has worked extremely hard and we've prepared hard, and it just hasn't happened for us. And even this year we worked hard, and I believe you got to have some breaks go your way, but you got to make the plays in crucial times, and this year we've made them.
The Colts' high-powered offense might be neutralized by the Bears' opportunistic defense.
For us, I think it's how important our defense plays and our special teams plays against their special teams and their offense. I think that's going to be more of the tale of the game.
The Colts defense that ranked last in the NFL against the run this season got tough in the playoffs.
Once we hit the playoffs, we kind of just had a whole new attitude, it seemed like, because we knew in order to do well in the playoffs, we were going to have to stop the run and get better at the things that we were weak at during the regular season. And that's the kind of approach we took. We went out there with a chip on our shoulder and played with attitude.
The Colts special teams have to contain the Bears' Devin Hester. He returned 5 kicks for touchdowns.
He's a weapon, and we feel like we just have to kick well and cover well. We'll see what the weather conditions, everything dictates, strategy. There may be a time when you do kick away from him.
If the game is close at the end, the Colts have Adam Vinatieri on the sideline.
When the game is coming down, you just keep preparing, get into the kicking net, focus in on what you're doing, try to minimize all the distractions in your head and out there, and just try to focus in on the kick at hand.
Adam Vinatieri has kicked 2 game-winning field goals in the Super Bowl. This is his 5th Super Bowl overall. And Dave, in these playoffs, he is perfect, 11 for 11.
He has been money. Good to see Adam Vinatieri on our sidelines this year. Rich and I will have more coming up in just a little bit. For now, let's go back to John and Andrea with something special for us again tonight. John, Andrea?
All right, Dave, thanks so much. Well, a lot of Colts fans are finally here in Miami getting ready for tomorrow's big game, beginning at 6 o'clock for Super Bowl 41. And also our Indiana Governor, Mitch Daniels, he's also here in town looking for jobs to take back to the state of Indiana as well.
That's right, big opportunity for the Colts and a big opportunity perhaps for the state of Indiana. The governor is working the crowd tonight. He made his sales pitch at a reception at nearby Coconut Grove, mixed in with Mayor Peterson and a handful of Indiana business people, where representatives from roughly 80 companies.
We've got a number of companies that are already in Indiana that we've been talking to about expansions. We have several companies that are looking at Indiana, among other places. And again, we have some site consultants who can, professionals who advise businesses on their choice of states.
The state wrangled 10 Super Bowl tickets to give to some business prospects. The reception tonight was paid for by several Indiana companies and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation.
And John, finally tonight we are beginning to see a sea of blue here in the city of Miami. It is about time. I think now the party can officially begin. In fact, a lot of fans have been coming in actually since Friday, and many of them here today through the Miami International Airport. And as I said before, finally the party can begin. It's time to go to Super Bowl 41 and hopefully win tomorrow night.
Eyewitness News reporter Rich Van Wyk talked with some of those Colts fans in town for the game.
This is the party Colts fans waited 23 years to attend.
Oh, this is great. You can't miss it. This is the year for the Colts.
Miami's South Beach is somewhere between 1,200 miles and a world away from Indiana.
But when we come down here, it's just tremendous.
It's a dream come true, man. It's just unbelievable. I love it.
Caught up in the Super Bowl mayhem is the elder Manning, Archie. A former college quarterback, NFL Pro Bowler, is an immensely proud and a little overwhelmed dad.
You're trying to get tickets for family, you're trying to get people situated, and sometimes just sit down and say, wow, my son's playing in the Super Bowl.
Along with all the excitement surrounding Super Bowl 41, there is a tremendous amount of security. 3,100 officers from the Miami-Dade County Police Department, as well as surrounding departments and 30 different federal agencies. Black Hawk helicopters with squads of lawmen practice assaults on the stadium. On the ground, delivery vehicles are being searched for suspicious and dangerous materials with high-tech electronics as well as low-to-the-ground canines.
Hey, Colts, go, baby, go!
None of this appears to have dampened the party. Not all Colts fans are from Indiana.
Manning will do it because he has the inspiration. He has the drive.
I can tell you're from California.
Why is that? Because I'm dramatic. I'm gregarious. I'm fun.
Stephanie's from Orlando.
It's huge. It's great.
Perhaps better than great.
It's a dream come true, I think, for everybody in Indianapolis.
An even better and more colorful dream for the people here. All these fans start coming to Dolphin Stadium tomorrow. The gates open up at 2:30. That's 4 hours before game time. And when they get here, Dave, they will find airport-like security, metal detectors, x-raying their bags, and also personal pat-downs. But you know what? I think they're like the players. They've been partying all week. It's time to play the game.
I think we're all ready to simply play the game. Thanks, Rich Van Wyk, for being out and about. We appreciate that coverage. All right, coming up next on this special edition of Eyewitness News, the perfect season. The Colts, what an amazing start it was to this Colts season this year. We're going to take a look back, the perfect start, 9-0, a look back at the first half of the season and how it helped put the Colts right here.
But I did it, man. I studied up, and I went full speed on that tango. And there's video. Don't look for it. It's deep in the Manning vault.
Oh, yeah, but we found that video. Coming up, the video everyone is talking about. See Peyton's 8th grade tango performance. But first, Coach Tony Dungy talks about making it to the big game.
When we flew in here and on our plane, I'm just looking around, and we've got people that had been with the Colts since they moved to Indianapolis. And to see those people get to come here and see how excited they were, not only are you coming and you feel good for yourself, but I feel great for our whole organization and the people that have worked hard for 20 years to make it happen.